Picking up from our last discussion, today we continue our narrative on reclaiming masculinity, focusing on the experiences of Matthew. Matthew, a computer programmer in his mid-40s, had a strained relationship with his father. He had even resolved not to attend his father's funeral, a testament to the depth of his resentment. This disconnect was largely influenced by his mother, who painted herself as a victim and his father as the villain. This narrative heavily influenced Matthew's perception of himself, casting him in the role of the victim, a mask he wore not only in relation to his father, but in his relationship with his wife as well. The insecurities, the misconceptions, the misunderstandings, all were a result of a skewed perspective and an unhealed past. But as we'll soon discover, Matthew was on a path of self-discovery, but the journey had just begun. It was a phone call that set the ball rolling for Matthew's transformation. Matthew, who had never seen eye to eye with his father, decided to confront him over a family event he hadn't been invited to. This conversation turned out to be a revelation. Matthew's mother had always painted his father as the villain, herself as the victim, and Matthew had been carrying this narrative into his own relationship with his wife. As he spoke to his father, he began to see the man in a different light. Yes, his father had issues, but he was not the monster his mother had portrayed. This realization shook Matthew's own self-identification as a victim in his relationship with his wife. This phone call was not just a confrontation, it was a turning point. It began to change Matthew's relationship with his father and his wife. That phone call was a catalyst, shifting Matthew's perspective on his father, his wife, and ultimately himself. Re-examining the relationship with their fathers is a crucial step for nice guys in reclaiming their masculinity. It's not about placing blame or holding on to resentment. It's about viewing these men as they truly are, neither heroes nor villains, but wounded human beings. It's about understanding that their actions, or lack thereof, were a product of their own struggles, their own stories. Only by acknowledging this can nice guys begin to see their fathers in a new light, without the clouded lens of childhood memories or the distortions of a mother's narrative. It's about embracing their shared male heritage and understanding that it's not defined by the mistakes of the past, but by their own choices in the present. And this is the key to reclaiming their masculinity. It's about accepting oneself, flaws and all, and understanding that it's okay to be human, to be wounded, to be a man. This shift is essential if nice guys are going to view themselves more accurately, accept themselves for who they are, and reclaim their masculinity.